Alright, y'all, it's your boy KARCENO once again. Finna break down these events that's been taking place in the past 24 hours. The weigh-in happened for the big fight tonight on HBO. For anybody that cares, and they should care because this is real boxing. So, we will get the Antonio Declare fight, who's 26-1 with 7 knockouts. He's going against the unbeaten Alex Perez, 16-0 with 9 knockouts for the vacant, the NABF welterweight title. But I think that this fight will be closer than what people was anticipating, because Antonio Declare, he's basically
let's do this.
He's a different type of fighter. You know, he's a more tricky, got a long reach. It's going to be hard to declare who's going to do what. You know, Perez came in at 146 and Declare was 147. It's going to be a tough fight because I do think Perez packs a harder punch and he might rock Declare. I just have a hard time seeing him get past the jab. But Antoine and Declare, I seen him kind of fatigued late in fights when they were going to the distance. So, well, we'll see. That's the first card you're going to see on HBO. That's a toss-up. I'm just going to go with Declare for the first fight. And then the next fight, which I think could be fight of the night, is Luis Orlandito Del Valle, 16-0 with 11 KOs. That's Lou DiBella's boy, pride boy from Puerto Rico, going up against the former 3-time 2-division world champion, we all know Vic Darchinyan, 37-5 with 1 draw, but with 27 knockouts. This is a 10-round fight, so Vic will have to get started early, which, if you know Vic Darchinyan, he is going for the knockout as soon as the bell rings. DeValle came in at 122. Darchinyan came in at 121. So Vic had no problem making the weight. I think he's a guy that's just fighting out of his weight class. He was more effective at the lighter weights than he is at the higher weights, but that's natural. But this could be the last fight for Darchinyan as he's facing retirement. And here we go. We have the main event of the night. We got Jason Masturo Escalera. I hope I'm saying that right. Masturo. He's 13-0 with 1 draw with 12 knockouts. And he's going against the middleweight champion for the USBA, of course, Edwin La Bamba Rodriguez, 21-0 with 14 knockouts. That is just a catchy nickname, La Bamba. You could play the song while he come out to the ring. You know, Lou's got another one. And then it's a 10-round fight as well. And Rodriguez came in at 166, Escalera at 165. I just think that Rodriguez has the most experience, and I think they're kind of rushing Escalera, who believes he's ready for this challenge, you know, and he thinks he's not being rushed, and then this is it for him. Like, he's ready for this fight today, and I just don't know. I really just don't know if he's ready for this. But one thing for sure, I'll be ready to watch it tonight on Boxing After Dark. And I'm going to pick in this fight, I don't know if I made a pick in the Darchinyan fight, but I'm going to go with DeValle by decision. And in this fight, I'm going to take Rodriguez because of the experience. I just think they're rushing Escalera a little bit. But his power will keep him in the fight. But we'll see. And And that's that on that. Now let's talk about all these other events. People were telling me Mayweather is fighting Canelo Alvarez on May the 4th in 2013. That's not been determined yet. I mean, if Manny Pacquiao doesn't fight Floyd Mayweather, the next opponent that will be fought would be Canelo Alvarez. And then if Manny Pacquiao again doesn't want to fight again, then you will see Floyd Mayweather fight Sergio Martinez. And that'll be it. So you're hearing it here live. Those are the opponents for Floyd Mayweather, and there are no others. So forget these Tim Bradleys and everybody else you want to throw in the pot. That's the pot, and it will be no other changes. So anybody thinking rematch with this guy, rematch with that guy, it's only these fights. Toto would have to beat Canelo in order to be in line for a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, and that's just, I can't see that happening. Now we move forward with this Dana White talking about warring with Bob Arum again, talking about what did he say? What did he say? Like, yeah, because he's mad at Top Rank because they putting a card up against his card. Let me tell everybody something right now. Dana White is promoting. Okay? That's what he does. He's promoting his UFC. He watches boxing and comments on boxing to promote his UFC. Okay? He knows the UFC is not even in comparison. It's not even in comparison to boxing. Okay? Only to brainwash the boxing fans. They say words like, oh, boxing is dying. That's why the UFC is taking over. They have taken nothing. And that's why he's got to promote this. He's going to have to move his December 8 card or put it somewhere else because it's going up against Manny Pacquiao. He's not stupid. So now he comes out and just viciously assaults Bob Arum. Our sport is doing this so it can get attention from the boxing fans, and the UFC fans can jump all over it. And then he's just promoting that card. But this is what Dana White always does. He promotes and talks about fights that are big. He don't talk about small fights. He talks about the big boxing fights because they're going to get the majority of the attention. But here's what he did know. He did know that Golden Boy had the same fight card date. They moved it because of Bob Arum coming in and taking that date. So they jumped up to the November date. It's just big business. You don't go up against a Pacquiao fight like you wouldn't go up against a Mayweather fight. It's just the nature of the business. Now, Dana White should be just concerned with doing whatever it is that he's doing. And the other question I had about Tim Bradley fighting the Ghost Guerrero, is that legit? Nothing's really been signed yet. From what I know, nothing is like official. But they're going to fight each other. They're tight. They're basically agreed to fight each other. Like all the terms that they wanted were all agreed to. So, hey, they're fighting at 147. And the people who think Top Rank and Golden Boy can't sit down and negotiate is not a problem, because Luis de Cabos Jr., and he's one of the managers of the Ghost Guerrero. They're pretty much handling the negotiations with Top Rank. So the managers are getting this done. So, I mean, hey, if it sells, it sells. I think it's a good fight. It's definitely a good fight for Bradley, and it's a good fight with him. and everybody wanted Berto and Tim Bradley to fight, but Berto just came off an injury, a long layoff, and they try to use Berto as a bargaining chip, you know, from what I heard. And like, we can just go fight Berto if you don't accept the money. But from what I heard, everything has been taken care of, and people really are saying seriously that Berto wants to go to 154, that he doesn't want to make 147. And from what I'm hearing, he's having a hard time making 147. The weight just won't come off, and he don't want to kill himself to make 147 anymore, because for the time he's been out of boxing, he's been really big and not training as much. So you can take that for what it is, and we'll get caught up later. I don't want to make these videos too long. Peace.